Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkiemann here, and we do have a new competitor entering the ring when it comes to football games. And that game is called UFL. It's not the greatest of names, okay? UFL is an interesting name that they've gone with. I'm sure it stands for something. I don't know what it is at the moment. It doesn't actually say. We got this article here by IGN. I've just watched Gamescom. They've done something about it. Well, they did a little bit of a mini trailer. We don't know too much about the game yet in terms of gameplay and how it's going to play, but apparently it's going to be simulation style, and most importantly, and this seems to be the theme with the sports games at the moment, especially the football ones, this will be free to play on all consoles and PC. So it's free to play, so you're all gonna probably try it, but you might not have known about this. It has kind of gone under the radar, especially for me. I've heard whisperings of a new football game, but I didn't actually know that it was this far on in development that they're actually going to be talking about it at Gamescom. There is more information to come soon, but this is what we know so far about it. It's going to be a multiplayer game, so this isn't, don't think about having a Master League or a career mode. I know that's what we tend to do on the channel. This is going to be you going against your mates and other people around the world. They want it to be fair to play, so I'm not sure what they mean by that. I'm trying to think that there's no scripting. That's maybe the line they're going on. I don't know. I'm not sure about the fair to play statement, but it's in the Unreal Engine as well, which must be, that's got to be a little bit finicky for PES, because, you know, or Efootball now, should we call it, that's going to be in the Unreal Engine as well as this game. We don't know what Unreal Engine. As far as I know, it's going to be 4 for Efootball anyway, and then eventually 5, so we're not seeing 5 right off the bat anyway. I know some developers are working with 5, but I imagine it will be Unreal Engine 4 for this game as well, and then maybe they'll upgrade it. This doesn't look like it's going to be the type of game like a FIFA where they're like, give us 60, 90 quid every year. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like that. It seems like it will always be free to play, and then they'll just update it, which I think is fantastic. We know nothing about game modes. We do know that they've got some partnership with West Ham, because West Ham was used in this little mini trailer that they did. I'll link the trailer down below. West Ham was used and the stadium was used, so I mean, kudos to them. They got West Ham. I think that's pretty decent for a game that most people won't have heard of, and moderately impressive that they're using West Ham. But anyway, they're going to have 5,000 players, licensed footballers in the game. I imagine that will improve over time, and I'm imagining this is quite a small studio, although I did see something with hashtag online on Twitter. They were mentioning it, and maybe they've partnered in some way, shape or form. I don't actually know. I didn't watch it. I've got to be honest with you. I didn't watch it, but I mean, it gives a little bit more back to this idea that UFL could actually achieve something here, because when you've got platforms and people speaking about the game, it's going to bring more traction towards the game. Now, basically what happens is you create your own club. This is actually really interesting, and simulation games have tried this before. You create your own club, you collect players, and you compete online, is how I imagine this going, because it says you create your own football club, there's 5,000 licensed footballers, and you compete with other gamers worldwide. I'm assuming there's going to have to be some paid model in here somehow. I don't know how they do it. We don't actually know how a sports game is going to handle a paid model yet, which is, it's a little bit worrying, because loot crates, loot boxes, all that jazz is always going to come about, paid packs and stuff like that, and no one knows how it's going to be handled yet. And if it's EA, it might not be handled too well, but we'll see. You know, you've got to give people the benefit of the doubt to start with, and we have no idea yet how this is going to be handled. It has been in development for 5 years, so they either kept it really quiet or I'm living under a rock. But yeah, 5 years in development. So this has been planned for a while. The trailer isn't really much. The trailer is just them showing you the shirt and some stuff like this. There isn't really anything for me to show you here. You know what I mean? None of this will be in game. There's not much to show you. But they're passionate about the sport, which is actually really interesting, because we've seen it now with Fight Night and another game I'll be talking about very soon on the channel, Esports Boxing Club, that fans of the sport, developers that are really big fans of the sport, are starting to go out there and try and make a game that is for the consumer, that is for the fan out there that's saying, I'm sick of this on FIFA, I'm sick of this on PES, you know, and I think this is actually really good, and this game could have a lot of potential. I think it might take years to get off the ground, and we'll probably have a niche group of people that play it, apart from launch. But there's a lot of potential in this. You know, you've got to start somewhere with these kind of sports games. And as long as they stick with it and they back it and they work really well for me on the mechanics of the game and then the match engine and how it plays and how we play the game, it's got every chance to succeed. Can there be a third sports game? Will a third sports game stop another one from being made? We've seen it with the NBA. Now, I think NBA Live are planning to come back at some point, and they've had a few iterations, but 2K have dominated that market, eventually stopping EA making their game. I don't ever think that will happen with FIFA and EA, and I hope that this doesn't hurt eFootball. Maybe, if anything, they get their thumb out. We'll be finding out information about that tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled. Well, tomorrow will be today when this goes. There'll be a video today, probably about eFootball, after it's been announced at Gamescom. I'm being told that is today. So, I mean, there's not much to show. There's a few bits here, and you know, there's not much that we know about it at the moment. But at the end of the day, I'm all for there being more football games, because the one that I really like at the minute is very 50-50. I like half of PES, I like half of FIFA, and if they got combined with Football Manager being brought in, we would have the world's greatest football game. And that's never going to happen. And while that's never going to happen, I am all for more stuff like this. We will be covering the game, of course, when it comes out and its progression. And if we find out more information about it, I have slacked on bringing these videos, but they do okay with, I imagine, the regular viewers, but they don't tend to do all right elsewhere. So I have been focusing elsewhere, but I do want to still keep you updated with news and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much because I'm a serial rambler, but this looks good. I'm excited to see more. We need a trailer, maybe even a gameplay trailer, somewhere along the lines, just something that can, you know, wet our beaks a little bit more. But for now, that's it. It's good that there is going to be a third sports game, a third football game, more importantly, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this one as it unfolds. I appreciate the support as per usual. If you're new around here, hit subscribe, smash the like button. I've been Yorkiemann. I will see you today. I'll see you more today. I think there's a few videos on the channel today. This will probably be the first one. And yeah, I'll see you. If you want to check me out live, Twitch is down below. Twitter, follow me on Twitter for all updates. I've been tweeting like a madman recently because Gamescom's got me extremely excited. I'm a bit of a video game nerd. But I'll see you later, boys. Take it easy.